crazy. This is Paige.
And this is Daryl with our review of Katamari Forever for the PS3. From Namco Bandai and Rated E for everyone, Katamari Forever is the first time players could rally their little space prince or cousin and roll their hearts out on a current generation platform. The simplistic controls, addictive gameplay, and charming art style really make Katamari Forever unique. The concept is simple. You start off with a small ball, a Katamari, then you roll. Things stick to it, and it grows and grows. You mainly play only using the analog sticks and no buttons. Each stick basically becomes an arm. You push, turn, etc. And it feels fluid and intuitive.
So I'm using the sticks on the controller to move the ball around. So then when I move the sticks, my little person's getting kind of smaller because the ball's getting bigger. I like picking up little things and big things that look just right for the size of my ball, because first you have to start off with really small things and then you have to end off with really big things.
Objects can range from thumbtack to continent size and larger. You end up rolling up everything and everyone in your path, condensing them into a small gravitational ball and hurling that writhing, screaming mass into space to become a bright burning star in our cosmos. Or choose to obliterate it and make some pretty stardust.
So sparkly and so sparkly and pretty and flappity.
Thankfully, the whimsical horror of it all is a bit lost on Paige, and did you say flappity? I've rarely found a game so relaxing and strangely therapeutic to play. There's a story to Katamari Forever, and like the cutscenes and segments from earlier games, the ones found in this game are no less ridiculous or confusing.
That little character is rolling the ball for the king.
The king, stricken with amnesia, needs you to help restore his memory. The galactic cousins, in their infinite wisdom, decide to build a Mecha King to help pick up his slack. The creation goes berserk, and I don't know, maybe Cyberdyne is involved. Then more rolling as you work to set things right in the cosmos. This once again involves creating stars and other celestial bodies. There's so much to collect in Katamari Forever. Cousins to play as, items to wear. Collecting each and every one of the thousands of distinct objects and people becomes an interesting challenge as well. The menus, while interactive and innovative like the PS2 predecessor, seem a bit more confusing this time around and don't really illustrate all of the content and game modes too well. You'll play levels from previous titles and a few new areas over 4 different game modes. Classic mode, Drive mode where you'll speed along like a crazy maniac, Eternal mode with no time limits, and a new Forever mode allowing you to jump and get other bonuses. Achieving target Katamari mass or composition unlocks further levels and game modes for each level. They do throw in a few variations in gameplay, and this is usually where difficulty spikes a little. Failing will mean,
you get killed and they'll send you to a volcano with flying rocks.
While that's a good amount of content, Namco Bandai wasn't exactly breaking new grounds with this one. There's no online play, and the multiplayer option is a bit limited. Paige and I checked it out. Versus sets players down in a fairly confined area, collecting identical objects until they become bigger, and eventually pick up more before the time runs out.
I'm gonna beat you, Dad. And there's stuff all over. Hey, I'm going the wrong way. Awkward. What? Is this Dinosaur City? Whoa! Why is it chasing me everywhere? Statue of Liberty. That's not fair. Why do they put things like this alive and stuff? Hey, did you just bump into me? No.
Being able to ram, or eventually pick up opponents, does add to the fun. Co-op mode will test your patience, so we suggest not trying this with anyone you care about or want to keep a lasting relationship with. Imagine 2 cousins, 1 ball, each player controls a side, and wackiness ensues. Shall we brave this?
You are crazy. How can we do that together? Like, work on it together. Listen to me, okay? Just steer. Go this way. Now, straight. Flip. Uh-oh, we only have 1 minute left. Quick. Fast. Should've just said right. Oh, should've said left. Oh, I'm freaking out on the directions.
Now, even if your partner does have a firm grasp on their left and right, this can still be frustrating.
I like playing by myself more than playing with other people. I think that it looks very, very nice. The people who made it, I think, did a good job.
I agree, and even after a moment of seeing this game, you'll notice it is distinctly Japanese. The imagery, characters, crazy J-pop soundtrack, the Lost in Translation storyline make it a perfect storm. It's like Sailor Moon and Hello Kitty had a baby and it exploded all over the screen. Now, we considered a visual here, but the lawyers convinced us to omit it, so we did this instead.
Dad, this is the best vacation to Japan ever.
You dishonor our family greatly. Aha! Ha 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 ha! Ha. Look out, Katamari!
Ah!
I give Katamari Forever 8 out of 10. The overuse of levels from previous titles and the lack of new gameplay or online play lowered the score for me.
I give Katamari Forever 7 out of 10. So I think this game is just right for big kids and grown-ups. Not for little kids, because the little kids are gonna think that the game is really hard. But the big kids and the adults are gonna think that the game is really easy to them because they know what to do. The thing that was cool about it, that you got to roll the ball and the guy pushing it. It was just so cool when the game was made like that.
JoystickUnicorn.